Kotaro, sorry for being late. My name is Kosuke Saiki, 31 years old. I work as a system engineer at an IT company. And this is my son, Kotaro. He's 5 years old and absolutely adorable.
Kotaro's father, I'd like to contact your wife regarding next month's sleepover, but I haven't been able to reach her by phone.
I'm sorry about that. I'll let my wife know. What is the content of the message?
We've also mentioned it in the letter from the daycare, but we're asking for help with preparations and cleanup.
My wife Marina, who's the same age as me, graduated from a prestigious university and was once Miss Campus. She worked briskly at a major trading company, and to me, who was working quietly in front of a computer, she seemed to shine brilliantly. When I asked her out and she said yes, I felt like I was on top of the world. We got married at 25, and a year later, Kotaro was born. Thank you for the meal, it was delicious. Oh, you ate it all clean, good job, Kotaro. Marina often had to work late due to her job, and there were many times she didn't come home until late at night because of business meetings and dinners. On the other hand, my company was somewhat flexible, so naturally the housework and taking care of Kotaro fell to me. When work got busy, I managed to get by with the help of daycare and babysitters.
Kotaro's sleepover preparations? You have more time than I do, so you should do it.
Marina, who came home around midnight, said this with a look of annoyance.
I'll say it now. What's most important to me is my job. I've always dreamed of working globally. It's my life. I don't want to be held back by a child.
I see. I don't mind being the one to take on that role, but Marina's words were far too irresponsible for a mother. At that moment, the faint hope I had for her shattered, and I felt my emotions grow cold. A few days later, I had a meeting with a client and was walking through the city with a junior colleague. He's Kazuma Machida, 29 years old. Though his manner is a bit casual, he's known for being precise and fast at work, a capable man.
Psych-son, how about we grab a drink somewhere around here?
I'd love to, but I have to head home soon. I've got my son with the babysitter.
You're a good dad who really cares about your kid. Well then, see you. Great job today.
As I was looking around to catch a taxi, what? I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw Marina leaning seductively on another man. The two of them, unsteady on their feet, were heading into a hotel. She said she'd be working late into the night tonight. After that, I immediately started preparing. And 2 weeks later...
What is it? If it's a talk, can you hurry up? I'm tired, I want to sleep.
After putting Kotaro to bed, I faced Marina and silently handed her an envelope.
What's this?
Inside the envelope were photos of Marina's affair, taken by a detective agency. The man was a 35-year-old named Gomi. Apparently, he's Marina's direct superior, and he's married.
So what?
I thought she'd be a bit shaken, but Marina's response was just that one word. It's as if she wanted to say she did nothing wrong. Brazenly defiant.
If you want a divorce, then go ahead. Marrying you and having a child was all a mistake.
Don't you dare say something like that about Kotaro, even as a joke. We're getting a divorce. I'll be raising Kotaro.
Do as you like.
And the next day, Marina left the house. She didn't even say goodbye to Kotaro. After that, I called out the man she was cheating with, Gomi. Please don't worry, I'll pay the alimony as requested. He quickly admitted to the affair, and as a section chief at a major trading company, he didn't seem to have any money problems. I demanded alimony from both Marina and Gomi, and formally submitted the divorce papers. Also, Marina seemed to have no attachment to Kotaro, as she didn't want to see him after the divorce. With mutual consent, we created a contract stating that Marina would not meet with Kotaro without my consent. The tension that had been holding me together suddenly snapped, and I spent a few days in a daze. Maybe I was at fault too. I'm sorry, Kotaro. If I'd been more dependable, maybe this wouldn't have happened. And no, this isn't the time to cry. I have to protect Kotaro. I'll definitely make Kotaro happy. With that resolve, I motivated myself to push forward. 6 months later, I quit my job, considering the balance between housework and raising Kotaro. I became a freelance system engineer, working from home. Fortunately, companies I'd worked with in the past reached out to me, so I never struggled to find work. Oh no, it's already this late. I've got to go grocery shopping and pick up Kotaro. I had declined the babysitter, so it was more hectic than I'd imagined. While I was spending more time with Kotaro, every day was a rush of work, housework, and childcare. It's impossible to do everything perfectly. I need to find a way to manage. By the way, my parents have already passed away, so I have no one to rely on. Now, I fully understand the difficulty of juggling work, housework, and childcare. One day, Machida came to my house with a bottle of my favorite wine. We toasted secretly after Kotaro went to bed, and Machida brought up an interesting topic.
Saiki-san, how about starting a business with me? I'll make sure it won't reduce the time you can spend with your child.
You can't be serious.
I'm serious. Working from home limits the kinds of job you can take on, and it's a waste of your skills, Saiki-san.
Indeed, incorporating the business would allow us to secure funding and gain social credibility, enabling us to take on much larger projects. And with Machida, who's known for his work performance, I had no concerns about her technical capabilities.
I know it's a big decision, but could you give it some thought?
Alright, I'll think over it seriously and get back to you. I had always planned to incorporate the business eventually. I wanted to be able to earn more money for Kotaro's sake. But I was already busy enough as it was. I worry that trying to juggle a startup, housework, and childcare might lead to everything being half-baked.
I heard through the grapevine that you quit your job. What are you doing now?
A few days later, while out for a meeting with a client, I happened to run into Marina in the city. It's none of your business. We're strangers now, remember?
Let me guess. You quit your job to focus on your child? How ridiculous. I'm so glad I divorced you. I'm starting a business with him. Unlike you with a kid, I'm free to live my life however I want. I'm the happiest I've ever been. So please, don't get in my way.
Dad, you don't seem okay. I'm fine. You're so kind, Kotaro. Even as I returned Kotaro's smile, Marina's word from earlier kept bothering me. I want to start a business, but this desire to do it now is likely driven by my own ambition. As someone with a family, I can't just prioritize my own desires. I was about to give up when... You know, Dad, I have fun being with you. But when you look sad, it makes me sad too. Kotaro. Kotaro's words gently wrapped around my heart. It felt like he had sensed my hesitation. If my holding back makes Kotaro sad, then maybe I should just do my best in every way possible. With newfound motivation from Kotaro, I called Machida first thing the next morning. 6 months later, Machida and I established IT Link, a company that designs and develops systems for corporate clients. Since it was just the two of us at first, we used my home as the office. However, because my workload increased, I took Kotaro's words to heart and started using a house cleaning service during the day to balance family and work. Also, thanks to some large clients Machida had secured, we landed several big projects, and a year and a half later, we rented an office and started hiring new employees. As the years passed, by the time Kotaro turned 10, our company was widely recognized as a promising startup. Despite some ups and downs, we managed to secure significant funding and continue to grow. I started going to the office only on Mondays and Thursdays, working from home most of the time, and...
Wow, the view is amazing, no matter how many times I see it.
Due to work-related reasons, we moved the company, and as a result, Kotaro and I relocated to a high-rise apartment near the new office. Now, the three of us, Kotaro, Machida, and I, were visiting the cafe on the top floor, which was a common area in the building. I'm so happy to spend time with Dad and Kazuma-san.
I'm happy too, getting to spend time with you and the boss.
Since the new office was close to our place, Machida often visited our home. As a result, Kotaro and Machida had become close, almost like brothers despite the age gap. Even so, Kotaro still looks like an angel with his adorable face and personality. I know I'm being a doting father, but as I watch the two of them...
Sorry for the wait, Saiki-san, Kotaro-kun.
Ritsuko Saotome, who helps with housework, greeted us. Ritsuko-san was assigned to us after we moved. It hasn't been long, but she's been very helpful. Since I got home early today, even though it's Thursday, I suggested that Ritsuko-san join us for some tea instead of doing the housework.
I believe this is our first time meeting. I'm Ritsuko Saotome, and I work in housekeeping.
Oh yes, nice to meet you. I'm Kazuma Machida, and I work with Saiki-san. Oh, but you really are as beautiful as they said you were.
Hey, Kazuma-kun, I just remembered. I need help with my homework. Please, come with me right now. Interrupting Machida, Kotaro's eyes welled up like a puppy's. There's no way Machida could resist that charm. Dad, you stay here. We can't leave Ritsuko-san alone, right? And so, Ritsuko-san and I were left alone.
Thank you for being so considerate.
Oh no, it's always a pleasure talking with you, Ritsuko-san. Sorry. She's incredibly talented, and her work is always quick. Yet, she's thorough in everything she does. Her cooking is warm and delicious, and she even helps Kotaro with his homework. This is bad. I'm starting to notice her. I'm a 36-year-old with a child. She's 26. I mentally shook my head to clear away any distracting thoughts. Ritsuko-san ordered an iced lemon tea. After the tea arrived and we had talked for a while, she suddenly murmured,
I always think that you and Kotaro-kun are such a wonderful parent-child duo, always looking out for each other. I don't have any close relatives, so I hope I can get to know you both better.
I'd like to get to know you better too, Ritsuko-san. I haven't asked him, but I'm sure Kotaro feels the same way. As a result, the three of us, Ritsuko-san, Kotaro, and I, started spending even more time together. A month later, Kotaro and I were at the department store. We were there to buy a birthday present for Ritsuko-san, to thank her for all she's done for us.
What kind of item are you looking for?
When I turned around to get advice from the sales assistant, who had asked if we needed help. Wait, Marina? There stood Marina, dressed in a department store uniform. It seemed she was in charge of this section. I knew somewhat about what happened to her business, but I never imagined she'd be working here.
Kosuke? Wait, does that mean this child is my son?
As Marina said this and moved closer to Kotaro, I instinctively pulled him behind me.
Hey, at least let me see his face.
Kotaro, let's go. Okay. We walked away from the sales floor. Marina tried to follow us, but it seemed her superior noticed her, and I saw her getting scolded out of the corner of my eye. So that's how it is. 3 weeks later, on a Thursday, Marina made her move when I wasn't around. She had been waiting for Kotaro in front of her building when he returned from school.
Welcome home, Kotaro. Remember me from the department store? It's your mom. I was so worried about you that I followed you. And what do I see? You're living in this high-rise. Your dad really worked hard. I'm so proud. Kotaro, from now on, I'll be living with you, so you won't have to be lonely anymore. You want to live with your mom again, right? Let's all be a happy family again. Mom's a great cook. I'll make you the best omurice ever.
Marina continues talking to herself despite Kotaro's lack of reaction. Then,
Kotaro-kun.
Ritsuko-san stepped between them, glaring sharply at Marina.
Excuse me, but you're Saiki-san's ex-wife, right? What do you want with his child?
Who are you? You're not involved, so stay out of this.
I am involved. I'm a housekeeper, and I'm responsible for Kotaro-kun while Saiki-san is away. I've heard a bit about the situation. Isn't it inappropriate to come see him while Saiki-san isn't here?
Huh? I'm his mother. What's wrong with seeing my child?
I heard you agreed, when you divorced Saiki-san, that you wouldn't see Kotaro-kun without his consent. Did you inform Saiki-san that you were coming to see Kotaro-kun today?
That's...
Of course, I hadn't received any such contact. Marina looked away, clearly embarrassed.
Anyway, this is a family matter. You should keep out of it. Kotaro, let's go home.
Just as Marina reached out to Kotaro again, it happened.
I won't allow anyone to harm a child. Or should I call the police right now?
Ritsuko grabbed Marina's arm. Marina tried to shake it off, but the grip was unyielding, and her face failed. Ritsuko-san, let her go.
Kotaro-kun.
Kotaro, yes, I know you're worried about me.
Kotaro, with an angelic expression, looks up at Ritsuko. Marina probably thought her son was showing concern for her. But instead... That old woman doesn't matter to my life, but I don't want you to do something like this, Ritsuko-san. Your hands aren't meant to grab some trash like her, right?
Old? I'm your mother, you know. We're blood related.
So what? I've never once cared about being blood related. I certainly love my dad, but that's because I know he loves me. It's not because we're blood related. Besides, there are people who care for me deeply, even though we're not blood related. Ritsuko-san is like a mother to me, always so kind and warm. Kazuma-kun is like an older brother, always playing with me and listening to my worries. That's why I want to repay these 3 people someday. What kind of relationship do you want to have with me? Just because we're blood related?
Like I said, I want to support you and your dad as family. I even said I'd make you omurice. That's how I'd like to help.
You know, you've been babbling on, but you haven't apologized once. Don't you feel bad about not seeing me even once in 5 years? There's no way I'm letting such a shallow, worthless woman near my dad. Just go home, lady.
Huh? Don't you dare, you little brat. What's with that attitude? I gave birth to you, so the least you could do is show me some gratitude. Saiki must have spoiled you rotten. A brat like you? I don't need you. Ugh, what a failure.
What? How dare you say that?
Ritsuko covers Kotaro's ears. Marina sneers at this, and just then...
Kosuke!
On my way here after receiving a call from Ritsuko-san, I heard Marina's voice, and before I knew it, I had slapped her. Kotaro, I'm sorry for scaring you. You did well. Ritsuko-san, can I ask you to take care of Kotaro?
Yes.
After saying that, I waited for them to enter the building. Once I couldn't hear their footsteps, I continued talking. I know why you're here. This was about a year ago. Gomi suddenly showed up at her old office, begging for a meeting. The receptionist said someone named Gomi is making a fuss at the front desk. What's going on?
Saiki-san! No! Saiki CEO! Please, I'm begging you, do business with us!
Apparently, the advertising agency Marina and Gomi started wasn't doing well. Even without personal feelings, they weren't a company I wanted to do business with, so I, of course, declined. A few months later, I heard from Machida that they had gone bankrupt.
That's right. He was garbage, just like his name implies. I dumped him, so now I'm twice divorced. Kosuke, I wasn't myself back then. I'm really sorry. Let's start over from scratch, okay?
Don't be ridiculous. If you were truly sorry, you wouldn't have said such terrible things to Kotaro. Just leave.
That was... I just lost my temper for a moment. I'm sorry about that too, so please.
Do you even remember what you said to me back then? You said marrying me and having a child was all a mistake, didn't you?
That was...
How selfish can you be? You're just saying whatever you think will get you my money. It makes me sick. I have no intention of getting back together with you. Don't ever show your face in front of us again.
This can't be.
Turning my back on the dejected Marina, I headed into the building. After that, Marina, desperate for money to continue enjoying her life, started going after men at the department store. However, after relentlessly pursuing the family of an exclusive client, it escalated into a huge complaint. It almost cost the store a significant amount of business, and as a result, Marina was fired.
That woman. She doesn't even have enough savings for a decent settlement.
By the way, Marina didn't have much in savings to begin with, as she was paying alimony to Gomi's ex-wife. Now she's completely broke. Her parents have disowned her, so she won't be able to live lavishly for quite some time. Meanwhile, Gomi, having run out of savings, desperately tried to reconcile with his ex-wife, but of course, she wasn't interested.
Who do you think you're messing with? You're not just messing with the daughter of a high-ranking family, but also the niece of the boss.
Gomi, trying to mooch off a wealthy woman, ended up targeting someone connected to the Yakuza. The last I heard, he was surrounded by scary-looking men, but that's none of my concern.
Ah!
Meanwhile, we were celebrating Ritsuko-san's birthday. Come on, Dad, sit next to Ritsuko-san. You're a couple now, so don't be shy. The confession was successful, and we're now a newly dating couple.
Well, I'm just glad the boss and Ritsuko-san are finally together. Kotaro had been asking me for advice on this for a while.
Apparently, Kotaro had been secretly working behind the scenes to help us get closer. Even though he's my son, I can't help but feel a bit worried about how clever he is. When I glanced at Kotaro, he flashed me a bright, beaming smile. I want to work hard to protect this smile with everyone's help. Family isn't just about blood ties. If your hearts are connected, then you're already family. With these people by my side, I know I can overcome any obstacle. And I made a vow in my heart to cherish these warm-hearted people for the rest of my life.
Good work today.
Hey, Akiyama, you're early today. Off to a date with your beautiful girlfriend?
No, not at all. Please, cut me some slack. I'm Yuma Akiyama, a 25-year-old system engineer who's been dating my coworker Sakura Amano for 6 months now.
Man, how did you manage to win over Amano? Was it because you treat her so well? Is it your dedication?
Well, I'm not sure about that. Sakura is a well-known beauty at the company, and our relationship started by sheer coincidence. It all began after a company party when we ended up going to a bar for a second round together.
You know, and now that I look at you closely, you've got a pretty cute face. Wanna try dating me?
Huh? Me and Amano? In the late hours, under the influence of alcohol, we started dating almost like a joke. I do tend to put in a lot of effort in the relationship, but despite how it started, I thought things were going well with Sakura. On another day, I was working from home when suddenly my phone rang. It was a call from my older brother, Shun Akiyama, who I hadn't heard from in a while. Feeling suspicious, I answered the phone. Hey bro, what's up?
Oh, Yuma? I've got something important to discuss. Can you make time tomorrow?
An important talk out of nowhere. I don't really want to go, but ignoring him will just cause more trouble later. My brother, 6 years older than me, was always good at sports and excelled in school. He was the opposite of me, who only knew how to work hard at things. He was always quick-witted, even as a kid.
Shun, stop talking to Yuma like that.
Jeez, you're so annoying, Mom. It's his fault.
For some reason, my brother never liked me and used to mock me constantly. As we grew older, his taunts became more subtle and harder for others to see. I didn't really want to see my brother, but I had no choice. The next day, with a bad feeling in my gut, I headed to the cafe where we were supposed to meet. Sorry for the wait, bro. Wait, Sakura?
Ah, finally! You're always so slow, you know.
You took forever.
I got here on time. That's not the point. Why is Sakura here?
I was feeling a bit anxious coming here alone, so I asked him to come with me.
Geez, Sakura's such a baby.
But I was nervous.
What the hell is going on?
Sorry, but I've fallen for him, so could you break up with me today?
Huh? Wait, what do you mean?
It's exactly what it sounds like. I'm the one who deserves to be with Sakura, so you'll back off, right?
Oh my gosh, Shun. You're so manly and capable. I love that about you. Compared to you, though, you must just, I don't know, boring? Sure, you take care of me, but it's a bit dull.
Stop it! You'll make Yuma feel even worse. It's pathetic how a serious, boring guy like him doesn't even compare to me, huh? Ha 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 ha! So yeah, I'm sure you get it. Be a good sport and take the hint.
Fine, I'll break up with Sakura.
Knew you'd come through, Yuma. You've always been so understanding. Sorry for the trouble.
Yeah, he's always been a master at taking a hint.
I couldn't stand watching them flirt, so I hurried home as if to escape. That night, in the pitch-black room, my phone rang with a notification. It was a message from my brother.
I'm grateful you introduced me to Sakura at the bar.
I had once bumped into my brother at a bar where Sakura and I were on a date. So they had been in contact since then. I never thought Sakura, whom I had done so much for, would treat me like this. The shock was immense. But to be honest, I had already started to feel that we didn't share the same values. It was probably time for us to end. Knowing what kind of person she was now, I should be glad it ended this way. Carrying the deep emotional scars, I decided to walk away.
Drink up, Akiyama. Today's the day to cheer you up. Forget about getting dumped by Amano.
After work the next day, my seniors dragged me to a bar.
What? Akiyama-san and Amano-san broke up?
Yeah, it seems they broke up the other day. You were out all day today, Morioka-san, so you probably didn't hear.
The rumor that she had dumped me spread around the office in no time.
Hey, did you hear? Amano-san moved on to another guy. I heard it was an affair on her side. Ah, what a waste. Akiyama-san is such a nice guy. Oh, Yamada-san, good morning.
Despite the gossip, Sakura didn't seem to care at all. Meanwhile, I hadn't told anyone, and it hit me just how scary rumors could be. I think I drank too much.
Akiyama-san, are you alright? That senior of yours was really toying with you.
It's fine. I'd rather be teased a little than have people walk on eggshells around me. Tatsuki, my junior, often joined us for drinks after work.
Even so...
Besides, messing around like this helps me forget the bad stuff, so I'm actually grateful.
If you don't mind, Akiyama-san, would you like to go see a movie this weekend? The discount tickets are about to expire, and I thought, maybe it would help cheer you up a bit.
Morioka-san's unexpected invitation made my heart skip a beat. Is she trying to be kind to me? She's so sweet. Thanks. In that case, I'd love to go with you.
Really? Yay!
The time I spent with Morioka-san felt peaceful, like basking in warm sunlight. We started spending more time together, going out for meals and shopping. And gradually, my emotional wounds began to heal. By the time 3 months had passed, I was no longer haunted by memories of my brother and Sakura. Thanks for today. I'll see you again soon.
Akiyama-san, there's something I've wanted to tell you. Can I apply to be your girlfriend? I've always been attracted to how hard you work, Akiyama-san. I knew you were with Amano-san, so I kept my feelings hidden, but when I heard you'd broken up, I thought maybe I had a chance.
Morioka-san's words took me by surprise, but honestly, I already knew what my answer would be. Since I started spending time with you, your bright energy has been a lifeline for me. I was hurt, and I became afraid of taking the first step, so I couldn't say it sooner. But now, let me say it. Will you be my girlfriend?
Akiyama-san, yes, I'd be honored.
When I parted ways with Sakura, I never could have imagined I'd end up here, in such a happy place. I thought I could finally live a peaceful life, but then... 6 months later, Sakura became pregnant with my brother's child, and they had a shotgun wedding. And then... What? My brother and his wife are going to live with us? About a month after the wedding, my parents dropped the news on me. It caught me completely off guard. Sakura said she's scared to raise the baby alone and begged for our help.
Shun said his office is closer to our house, so it just made sense. I'm sorry, Yuma. We didn't ask you first.
It's exactly the kind of move I'd expect from Sakura. As awkward as it already was, now I'd have to live under the same roof with them.
Oh, look, it's Yuma. Still looking as helpless as ever, huh?
Still living at home, huh? The family's little parasite.
The next weekend, they started moving Shun's things into his new room. So, you two are already here. That was fast. The reason I still live with my parents is that my office is only 5 minutes away by car. And I realize that the time I can spend with my father is just 3 years and 4 months, and with my mother, 7 years and 6 months.
Anyway, starting today, I'm looking forward to living with you, brother-in-law.
The baby's a girl! Our daughter! And she's definitely going to be a beauty.
Even after I return to work, I'm sure I'll need your help. I'll be relying on you to cover for me, okay?
You don't make much money anyway, so you might as well work hard, get some overtime, and at least bring in some extra cash.
Oh, and by the way, you're going to help with the baby, right? You'll just be hanging around the house on weekends anyway.
What?
Oh, come on. We're family after all. Of course you will.
I felt a chill run down my spine. At this rate, I'd be stuck with Shun picking on me and Sakura using me for her convenience for the rest of my life. I couldn't stand the thought, so I immediately started searching for a place to live and moved out of the house.
Yumaka, that must have been tough. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I made up my mind. It's thanks to you, Satsuki, that I learned something really important.
Huh? Did I do something?
I was dumped in such a horrible way. The rumors spread, and I felt like I was at rock bottom. But thanks to that, I grew closer to you. No matter how negative a situation seems, it can become an opportunity if you change your perspective. It was you, Satsuki, who made me realize that. That's why I want to turn this into an opportunity, not a crisis. I then shared a certain desire I had with Satsuki.
Oh, that's amazing. I'll support you. I knew it. I really love how hard you work, Yumaka.
Satsuki, thank you. I'll give it my all. I wasn't about to let those two continue manipulating my life. And with that, I took immediate action.
Shun is totally smitten with Hikari. I never thought he'd be so doting.
And just like that, 3 years flew by. My brother and Sakura's daughter, Hikari, was born safely and had grown up healthy and happy. Wow, that's a surprising sight of him.
Aren't you going to see your brother and Sakura? You hardly ever come home.
Nah, I'm good.
I see. Oh, by the way, Yuma, didn't you make pretty good money at the company you used to work for?
It wasn't anything special, really. Why do you ask all of a sudden?
Well, Sakura works at the same company, doesn't she? She's been living the high life, always dressed up and going out, like today when she left Hikari behind to go somewhere.
Is that so?
I wonder what she's up to these days.
Yeah, that's true, but... Hey, Hikari-chan, please stop pulling my face.
Uncle, where's my snack?
Oh dear, Hikari. There's no snack in Uncle's mouth.
Looking back now, I realized that ominous clouds were already looming on the horizon. It was less than a month later when my phone rang with a call from my mother.
From Mom?
What's going on?
Oh, Yuma, I'm sorry to call you so suddenly. Do you have plans for later today?
I was going to spend the day with Satsuki, but what's going on?
I need to talk to you about something important in person. Could you come over here?
Oh, I'm fine. It sounds like your mom really needs you, so go ahead.
All right, Mom. I'll head over right away.
Thank you, Yuma. And please apologize to Satsuki-chan for me.
What on earth could have happened? With a growing sense of unease, I hurried home. What? What's going on here? When I opened the living room door, it was like I had walked into a scene straight out of hell.
Yuma, I'm so sorry for calling you so suddenly. We needed to apologize to you in person.
Mom, what's with the look on your face?
It's our fault that you've been hurt.
Even you, Dad? I listened to what they had to say. Apparently, everything came to light earlier that morning.
Sakura, what the hell is this credit card bill? What did you spend 700,000 yen on?
Oh, it's not that much. You're acting cheap and miserly just because we're married.
I'm telling you, this is too much. Every month it's tens of thousands of yen.
You used to do everything I asked before we got married. Where's the love, Shun?
I can't believe you'd say that. I know you've been cheating on me with another man.
What? What are you talking about?
I got suspicious and followed you. I prayed my hunch was wrong, but... Every day, you've been leaving Hikari with my mother to meet up with your lover.
You've been following me? I can't believe you.
I never thought you were that kind of woman. If I had known from the start, I never would have married you.
You've got some nerve. You've been playing the doting father since Hikari was born. You're the one who came after me while I was dating Yuma. At least I'm not a jerk who's always trying to one-up his little brother just to satisfy his pathetic ego.
That's not relevant right now.
June, is this true?
Dad, since when have you been there?
I just got home. I heard you're shouting from outside, so I came in to see what the hell was going on.
Sakura-san, is what you said just now true?
Well...
Mom, could you take Hikari outside to play for a while? She shouldn't be hearing this. What the hell are you two doing? You've toyed with people's feelings and trampled all over them. Eek! I had a bad feeling, but I can't believe you've still been treating Yuma like this. You haven't grown out of that nasty habit of looking down on others, have you?
Wait, Dad, Mom, this isn't. I mean.
And Sakura-san, if I thought you were just going out frequently, turns out you were having an affair? This marriage?
No, father-in-law, this isn't.
Don't try to fool me again. You've been using tears to manipulate people, but it won't work this time. You betrayed my sons and my granddaughter. I never want to see your face again. Get out of this house!
What the hell? You're all idiots. I'll file for divorce. I'm leaving this house, and you don't have to tell me twice.
Sakura, wait! Sakura!
And just like that, Sakura made a grand exit, leaving alone. After that, Mom called me.
Yeah.
Reflecting on the hellish morning my family went through, I could understand why my parents had shielded Hikari from it.
I'm so sorry, Yuma, for everything. We didn't know Sakura-san was like that.
It's okay, Mom. I didn't say anything either.
I had a bad feeling about the way you and Sakura interacted, but I didn't want to pry because you seemed like you didn't want to talk about it. In the end, we took advantage of your kindness, Yuma.
I'm sorry, Yuma. It's our fault Shun turned out like this. If only we had dealt with his personality earlier, this never would have happened.
Brother always knew how to stay out of your sight and get away with things. And honestly, I've already moved past it because the truth is, I've grown and moved on to a new stage in my life thanks to you, brother.
What?
I didn't tell you, did I? 3 years ago, I quit my job and started my own business.
What? I thought you quit because you couldn't handle things anymore.
That's just something Sakura made up. With the help of many people, I was able to make it happen. Thanks to them, I'm running my own small business now. The thing I told Satsuki about was my plan to leave the company and go independent. I had always wanted to spend as much time as possible with my parents. And one day, my future children. Even though I stayed a company employee for 3 more years to build stability, working 3 days remotely each week, I learned something important from my brother and Sakura, that a crisis can also be an opportunity. So I fought with everything I had to change myself. People can grow at any age. You need to realize how foolish it is to try and prove your worth by putting others down and taking from them. That's what I believe, but what about you, brother?
Daddy, are you okay? Does your tummy hurt?
Thank you, Hikari. I'm alright. I'm sorry.
Daddy, it's okay. It's okay.
Seeing her tiny hands mimicking his comforting words made my chest tighten. It seemed my brother felt the same way, as his face contorted in regret over his past mistakes.
I've always been jealous of you, Yuma. You were always surrounded by people, getting their help and looking so happy.
Brother.
I never wanted to admit it. That's why I wanted to make the people around you acknowledge that I was better than you. But after doing that for so long, this is where I ended up. When I found out Sakura was cheating on me, I did some research. Apparently, in custody battles, the father often loses. Even if we get divorced, there's a chance I could lose Hikari, the daughter I love so much. I guess this is karma for all the awful things I've done. I'm sorry, Yuma. I don't expect you to forgive me, but please, at least let me apologize.
I never imagined I'd see my brother like this. Perhaps the presence of his beloved daughter is what changed him. All right, I can't say I forgive you completely, but I'll accept your apology, brother.
That's more than enough. Thank you, Yuma.
That day, Sakura had stormed out, leaving Hikari behind, and hadn't returned since. Later, Sakura was dragged back by her parents to apologize in person.
We sincerely apologize for the trouble our daughter has caused.
Apparently, rumors about her spread quickly at work, and unable to bear it, she quit shortly after. According to what Satsuki heard at work, Sakura's affair partner also cut ties with her after Shun sued him for damages. Unable to find another job, she's now broke and complains about it constantly.
Oh, Yuma, welcome.
Since that incident, Shun's attitude towards me has improved somewhat. Now, we occasionally chat about random things when we run into each other at the house. Scotty's grown a lot, hasn't she? Shun officially hired a lawyer and started divorce proceedings with Sakura. He and Hikari are staying with our parents, and he's actively working to gain custody of her. As for me... Satsuki, sorry to keep you waiting. Will you marry me?
Yuma-kun. Yes, of course.
With my business stable and my income secure, I propose to Satsuki, and we're getting married. She's always been there to support me through the tough times, and I'm determined to make her happy. No matter how negative a situation may seem, with the right mindset, it can turn into an opportunity. Realizing that allowed me to forge my own path in life. No matter what happens in the future, I'm determined to carve out my own path and never give up. Hey, Dad collapsed from a cerebral hemorrhage? When I got the call from my mom, it felt like everything around me was drifting far away. The noise disappeared, leaving only a sense of disconnection, as if the world was barely connected by a single phone line. Central Prefectural Hospital, right? Got it. I'll be there soon. As soon as I hung up, I explained the situation to my manager, got permission to leave early, and headed straight to the hospital.
Hey, so, you're late. Dad's already been taken into surgery.
When I arrived at the hospital, my brother Manabu was already there. He's 2 years older than me, at 30. His wife, Kiyomi, was with him as well. Sorry, bro. How's Mom?
She's with Dad by the surgery room. She's looking pretty exhausted.
Mother-in-law should know that pushing herself like this won't change anything.
Don't say that. Not everyone can stay rational, especially when it's family.
We met up with Mom in front of the surgery room and waited. No, there was nothing else we could do but wait.
So, your father was just like always when he left the house today. And yet...
It's going to be all right, Mom. The surgery will be a success. Let's just trust and wait. Time passed uncomfortably slowly until, after about 3 hours, the surgery room door suddenly opened and a female doctor emerged.
Allow me to introduce myself again. I'm Dr. Kurihara, the surgeon in charge of Tsuyoshi Yuki's operation.
We were taken to a consultation room where the female doctor introduced herself. Tsuyoshi Yuki is my father's name, by the way.
Doctor, the surgery, it was a success, right? Please rest assured, the surgery was successful, however...
The relief that was beginning to spread froze up suddenly. Dr. Kurihara continued, waiting until the room settled down.
However, due to a hematoma that was formed in the left hemisphere, it was removed. But there is a chance of sequelae. Sequelae? Does that mean paralysis? Yes, paralysis should be present in the right side of his body. Also, because the left hemisphere contains the language center, he may also have difficulty speaking. No way! He won't be able to speak? It depends on the rehabilitation, but you should prepare for that possibility.
Afterward, she gave us more details about the upcoming hospital stay, but most of it went over my head. A week had passed, and Dad had been moved from the ICU to a regular hospital room. Mom came to the hospital every day to stay with him. I also took vacation days to visit every day.
So, you don't have to push yourself so hard. You still have work, right? I can handle the caregiving by myself.
Sure, my vacation days aren't unlimited, but I can't let Mom bear the burden alone. I'll go get us some drinks. Tea for you, right, Mom?
Thank you, so.
Oh, Yuki-san, you're visiting again today? Thank you for your hard work.
Kajiwara-san, right? Thank you for always taking care of my father. This is Rikako Kajiwara, one of the nurses assigned to my dad, whom I often run into in the ward.
Don't overdo it, okay? You look tired.
Yes, thank you. But visiting is about all I can do for him. Kajiwara-san had an easygoing manner that made me open up and speak my mind.
I'm sorry if this sounds like meddling. I know it may sound odd, but hospital stays tend to be brief, while caregiving often continues for a long time afterward. That's why I think it's better to leave things to the hospital while he's here. Families should use that time to prepare for the transition to home care, so everything goes smoothly after discharge.
Home care. Right, you're absolutely right. Yeah, what I should focus on now is what I can prepare before my vacation days end. Thank you. I feel like I suddenly know what I need to do.
Really? That's great. I was worried I might have been too pushy.
My anxiety had narrowed my view to just the present. Wasting this time would only increase the burden on Mom. It's still early days, but if I don't figure something out, once my vacation's over, I won't be able to do anything. And time flowed on. 3 months later, my father was finally ready to be discharged. A month after Dad was discharged, the household had finally started to settle down after the initial chaos. Fortunately, Dad's paralysis turned out to be mild. However, just as the doctor predicted, he was left with significant speech impairments. As for me, I sorted out my work, became a freelance contractor, and moved back home to spend more time caring for him. That said, the only projects I have now are coming from my former employer. Alright, that should do it for the server program request. Time for a break. Oh, Kiyomi-san, you're here. I ran into my brother's wife, Kiyomi-san, as I reached the bottom of the stairs. I'll be taking Dad to rehab this afternoon, so please let me know if there's anything you need me to pick up.
You sure have it easy. I'm juggling housework at home and here.
Kiyomi-san comes over 3 times a week to help with the housework and caregiving under my brother's instructions. She clearly doesn't want to be here and usually leaves before noon, but the fact that she comes at all is something, I guess.
By the way, So-kun, you've been at home all this time. Were you laid off or something?
What? No, it's not like that.
Did you get fired for using too many vacation days? There's such a huge gap between you and your elite brother. Well, if you've got time, help out with the housework.
Sure, my brother has a better education and is more of an elite, but Kiyomi-san always treats me harshly for some reason. Not that it matters much. Freelancing hasn't taken off yet, so even if I argued back, she'd probably just laugh at me. Suddenly, Kiyomi-san's phone received some kind of notification, and her expression softened.
So-kun, I'll be heading home soon. I'll leave the rest to you. I need to say goodbye to mother-in-law, too.
Kiyomi-san hurriedly walked off towards the kitchen. It felt even earlier than usual, but whatever. Complaining would be pointless. Time for lunch.
Hey, So, is work going okay? I really appreciate you being here, but you're not overextending yourself, right?
I'm fine, Mom. I'm still getting work from the old company.
But that won't last forever, right?
Yeah, I think I'll start putting myself out there for more clients soon. I don't have any experience with sales, but if I want to balance caregiving, it's the path I've chosen. I have to make it work. In the afternoon, I took Dad to the hospital in the car and was now waiting for him to finish rehab. Will Dad really improve with rehab? As I was thinking that, a familiar voice suddenly called out to me.
Oh, Yuki-san, it's been a while. Your father's here for rehab?
Huh? Ah, Kajiwara-san. Sorry, I didn't recognize you out of your uniform.
I messed up at work, and I got fired as a nurse.
Oh, that's why you're in casual clothes. Wait, what?
Just kidding. I just finished a night shift and took a nap, and then it was already this late.
You really had me there. Haha. I didn't know you liked to joke around.
Huh? You're laughing. Good. I thought you seemed troubled about something, Yuki-san. It's it's about your father, right? It's going to be okay. Little by little, he will improve with rehab.
You read me like a book, but hearing you say that, Kajiwara-san, makes me believe it.
I'd like to say hi to your father. So would you mind if I waited here until he finishes?
Huh? Are you sure? It's going to be a while longer, though.
Yes, I'm off tomorrow, and I thought it'd be nice to relax and chat. If you don't mind.
Of course not. Not at all. We ended up talking quite a lot, and before I knew it, it was time. So we hurried to the rehab room. Dad, sorry, did we keep you waiting?
Yuki-san, it's been a while. I'm Nurse Kajiwara. Do you remember me? Oh, you do remember me, don't you?
It's like she can understand my father. Maybe it's her professional training?
I understand it's hard, isn't it? But you'll get better, for sure. I'll come to see you again. So let's keep working hard in rehab, okay?
No, I think she really does understand him, because Dad is smiling for the first time in ages. That night, I somehow found myself at my brother's place. I felt like talking to him a bit after a long time. So, Dad's starting to smile again. My brother was alone. It seemed like Kiyomi-san hadn't come home yet. More importantly, are you okay? You quit your job, didn't you? Well, somehow managing for now. You've always been impulsive. That's why you screw things up. You have to plan things out and move step by step like I do, or you'll lose your footing. That's harsh. Well, I'll do my best, balancing caregiving and all. But you only have to help Kiyomi 3 times a week, right? You just need to pitch in a little. Wait, bro. Do you still think Kiyomi-san is at the house helping with caregiving? That's odd. That's what I thought, but before I could say anything, it got late, so I left my brother's place for the night. Half a year passed since then. During every rehab session, I saw Kajiwara-san frequently.
Is it really okay for me to join you for lunch? Of course! Please do. Right, Dad?
Dad thinks so too. Before I knew it, we'd grown close enough for her to come by on her days off. Now she helps with caregiving and keeping an eye on Dad in place of Kiyomi-san, who only comes in the mornings.
Tsuyoshi is scheduled to go for a walk in the afternoon, right? The heat today makes me worry about heat stroke.
Yeah, I thought we'd go inside the mall to cool off.
That's a great idea. I've never ridden in your car before, So-san.
It was as if she decided from the start to come along. I couldn't help but smile. As she got closer to the family, and since everyone here is a Yuki, it felt natural to call her by her first name.
Since it's a weekday afternoon, it's fairly empty. No worries about bumping into anyone.
Yeah, and the air conditioning feels nice.
Yeah.
Huh?
Maybe he wants to go to the shoe store?
Tsuyoshi nodded at Rikako's guess. I was starting to understand a bit too, but not quite as much. Now that we knew our destination, we started walking slowly. Thanks to the rehab, Dad could now walk without support. He still dragged his foot a bit, and long distances were tough, but it was a big improvement.
By the way, So-san, did you get the job you mentioned recently?
Actually, I didn't.
I see. But it'll be fine. You're doing your best and it'll definitely pay off.
Thank you, hearing that means a lot. Suddenly, Dad made a sound, and we all turned our attention towards him. He was pointing ahead with his cane. What is it, Dad? Did you see something? Wait, could that be Kiyomi-san? Kiyomi-san had been at the house that morning, but left early. Why was she here?
Oh, you're right. So the man with her must be your brother Manabu-san?
When she said that, I noticed Kiyomi-san wasn't alone, but her companion. No, that's not my brother.
Well, then maybe a friend of hers?
I stopped mid-sentence. Kiyomi-san had wrapped her arm around the guys.
Oh, what's going on? I mean, could it be her brother or something?
No, I'm pretty sure she was an only child. And that definitely wasn't how siblings would act. As we stood there in an awkward silence, Kiyomi-san disappeared into the crowd. A few days later, I decided to go to my brother's place. I wasn't sure if I should tell him what I saw that day.
Yes, who is it?
Oh, Kiyomi-san, so you're home today. It's so. Is my brother in?
Ugh, what do you want at this hour? Manabu is with a guest right now.
With Kiyomi-san here, I couldn't bring it up. I was about to say, never mind, I'll go. When?
Oh, hold on. Huh? Yeah, So-kun? It's probably nothing important anyway. Ah, Manabu said to let you in.
After a while, she reluctantly let me in. Well, guess I can't just say I'm leaving. I might as well see my brother.
Manabu insisted, so I had no choice but to let you in.
Or so Kiyomi said, leading me into the living room where my brother was having a drink with someone. Hey, so, I'm drinking at home with my boss right now. Chief, this is my brother. Wait, this guy. Before I could even finish my thought, the man, who seemed to be my brother's boss, stood up.
Oh, if it isn't Yuki-san, long time no see.
Ah, Hori-san, it's been a while.
Wait, Manabu's boss?
We worked together once before. I answered instinctively, but in my head, I had a few questions floating around. Hori-san is my brother's boss? He used to work for a completely different company. Chief, you know So?
So, I see. Now that you mention it, you're both Yuki. It's a small world. When I was still with my previous company, I handled a core system server project. And the lead technician from the vendor side was your brother here.
Wait, So was the lead technician? But he's nothing like Manabu-san. He's not as capable.
Hey, stop it! Same as always, Kiyomi-san said something rude, and for some reason, my brother panicked. Hearing this, Hori-san.
I cannot let that slide. He's extremely capable. Out of all the programmers I've met, I've never seen anyone as skilled as him.
Hori-san, he thought so highly of me.
Madam, what gives you the right to belittle him?
What? Well, that's because Manabu said so.
Manabu Yuki did? What's that about?
Sorry, Chief. I fed Kiyomi the idea that So wasn't competent. Huh? Bro, why would you do that? I'm sorry, So. I was jealous of how good you were. You've always had an exceptional knack for math, and then programming too. But, you were good at everything, weren't you? Yeah, studying was all I had. And yet, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't beat you in math. You were passionate about math and threw yourself into it, and no one could compete with you in that field. Not being able to beat you at math turned into a complex for me. I was wrong. It's my fault that Kiyomi treated you badly. So that's why my long-held doubts started to clear up. You can hate me if you want. I'm really sorry. No, I don't hate you. Actually, I've always looked up to you for being good at everything. So, thank you. And sorry. I think my brother was a bit drunk. But even so, hearing his true feelings satisfied me.
This has been something to witness. By the way, could it be that the freelance younger brother Yuki-san mentioned before was...
Ah, that's me.
I thought so. Then the part about you struggling for work?
Unfortunately, that's true. I'm having trouble with client outreach.
Then this might be a good opportunity. Yuki-san, how would you feel about helping us out with a project?
Really? I'm just a freelancer and I don't have much reputation.
No need to worry. I'm reaching out to you personally. Will you take it?
Thank you. It's more than I could ask for. I'd love to.
Great. We'll work out the details later. Now, enough work talk. Let's drink.
While the two resumed their drinking, I glanced over at Kiyomi-san. She was trying to slip away, probably because she felt uncomfortable. Kiyomi-san. I don't hold anything against her now. But I couldn't let this suspicion go, not for my brother's sake. Later, I insisted my brother come over during work hours for a family meeting at our house. It was the day Kiyomi was supposed to help, but as usual, she left by noon.
What's going on? Did Kiyomi not show up?
She usually leaves around noon. I thought you told her to do that.
No, I didn't. I assumed she'd been helping out the whole time. What's going on here? She should have been home if she left that early.
So she wasn't at home either.
No, on the days she's supposed to help, she'd be back as early as 7 and sometimes as late as 10 at night. Where on earth was she going? And what was she doing?
Manabu, I hate to say it, but I think there's a possibility. I then told my brother exactly what I saw at Aeon Mall.
That has to be some kind of mistake.
Dad saw her first. Then Nikako-san and I also checked.
I see. I guess I have to ask Kiyomi directly.
That night, my brother made up his mind to confront Kiyomi as she returned late again.
Where have you been all this time?
Where? I was taking care of father-in-law.
Don't lie to me.
Manabu cut her off sharply, and Kiyomi flinched. Then she saw me appear from behind my brother, and her expression changed as she lashed out.
What did you tell him? I don't know what you said, but it's all lies.
No, I went to the house at noon. You definitely weren't there.
I was just out shopping for a bit.
Stop making excuses. I've been watching you all day today.
Kiyomi suddenly went silent, tears running down her face.
Yeah, I skipped out. So what if I did? You just left me to do all the caregiving and I'm at my limit.
I see.
My brother nodded calmly, as if he'd come to terms with something.
Then who was that guy you were walking with at Aeon Mall?
Kiyomi looked up, startled. There was a brief pause, and then her expression began to change.
What? What are you talking about? I don't know anything about that, and I only skipped out today for the first time.
Are you really going to keep lying? Then show Manabu your phone. I couldn't stand seeing my brother in pain anymore, so I played my trump card. When she came to help, Kiyomi was often anxiously messaging someone on her phone. And it wasn't my brother, which left only one possible answer.
What? Why should I show you anything, So-kun?
Then I'll say it too. Show us your phone, Kiyomi.
Ugh.
Kiyomi went silent. In the end, Kiyomi screamed and cried, but she never showed us her phone. Which could only mean one thing. In the end, my brother and Kiyomi got divorced over her affair. Her lover's parents later came to our house to offer a heartfelt apology, and they agreed to make Kiyomi pay compensation herself. After that, Kiyomi desperately tried to get back together with my brother, showing up at his door. There was a lot of drama, and for a while things were really chaotic. But now that the compensation from Kiyomi and her lover has been settled, things have finally started to calm down again. Meanwhile, thanks to the work I got from Hori-san, I began to find success as a freelance contractor. There were times when I doubted my choices, and I struggled. But if you believe in yourself and do your best, people will naturally come to support you, and you'll be able to carve out your own path.
I'm so glad. Now your parents will be able to rest easy.
Yeah, it finally feels like I've been able to make them proud.
Make them proud.
Rikako suddenly fell silent, then leaned forward over the table.
So-san? There's one more way to make them proud.
Huh? One more way.
If you're okay with it, please date me with marriage in mind. And let's give your parents grandchildren.
What? Grandchildren?
I've always thought you were such a kind and wonderful person, So-san. Is that not okay?
No, not at all. If you're okay with me, I'd be honored. Half a year later, Rikako and I, Kajiwara Rikako, really did get married. And a year after that, my parents got to hold their first grandchild.
Oh, MG. He is so hot. Sudo-kun, look over here.
In that moment, I was a star. Yes! High school me, Kento Sudo, scored a goal and pumped his fist. At the time, I was the star of my soccer team. I had it all.
Nice shot, Pseudo!
You did it, Captain! Not only did I have good kohais and classmates,
Shoot, I can't beat Pseudo.
I was blessed with good rivals, too.
Sudo-kun, I love you.
More than anything else, I was blessed with a girlfriend that was the most beautiful girl in school, Hana Yamada. Why do you love me?
You're nice, you're athletic, and you're smart.
At the time, I was always in the top 5 for grades. It was hard to balance sports and studying, but it was so fun to work hard.
You're really gonna go for Love Core University? With your grades, you can get into harder schools.
My teacher was probably expecting a lot from me because he saw my future plans and frowned. Yes, of course. My favorite coach is at Love Core University. I'm gonna practice hard and become a pro soccer player.
Going pro from a sports science university. I hear it's tough out there. Are you okay?
I made a fist and answered with conviction. Set a goal, find problem points, improve each one. If you work hard, you can get through anything.
I see, if you say so.
I had confidence in myself. I didn't think there was anything I couldn't get through.
I didn't think you'd actually go to a sports sciences university. It's embarrassing. Ugh, let's break up.
What? It was March. The cherry blossoms were falling when the cracks formed in my life plan. It was in front of the school on the day of graduation.
You decided to chase your dreams because high school went well? You have no future. So this is it. Goodbye.
She dumped me and walked away. Damn it! Saying whatever she wants. She didn't even turn around. I'll go pro and show her. I was burning up with determination. Somewhere in my heart, I believe that the failures and hardships were just part of chasing my dreams. I will be faced with the harshness of reality soon enough.
Hey, Pseudo, how many times do I have to tell you?
Sorry. I bowed up and down at my boss's unwarranted yelling.
You're so useless.
Useless? I wonder how my high school self would feel if he heard that. Upon entering Love Core University, I was quickly overwhelmed. An obstacle called talent that wasn't about effort. Talent that couldn't be beat with hard work. That's what I was faced with. In the end, I graduated and started working at a regular company. I'm 30 now. What's embarrassing is, I still can't seem to forgive myself for giving up my dreams.
Hey, Pseudo, long time. Are you busy after this? Let's go out.
Hayato Sakamoto called out to me on my way home. As former soccer team captains, he was my former rival and current friend. He worked at my company's parent company. Ever since we ran into each other one day, we'd go out for drinks sometimes.
See you, Pseudo. That was fun.
Sakamoto waved and left. He graduated from the university my teacher had recommended to me, and now he's living large at a big company. It makes me think.
You decided to chase your dreams because high school went well?
Now that I think about it, maybe she had a point.
I'll be starting today. My name is Yuki Amano. I'm still inexperienced, but I'll work hard.
Yuki Amano-san was hired mid-year. She bowed her head. Yuki Amano? I feel like I've heard that before.
A high school grad with no experience? Pseudo, I'm putting Amano-kun in your team. Teach her well.
He put the newbie with me because she's not useful yet. Nice to meet you, Amano-san. I'm Kento Sudo. Let me know if there's anything you don't know.
Okay. Wait. Kento Sudo? You're Sudo-kun from the soccer team, right? I'm Amano from your neighborhood.
Neighborhood? Oh, that Yuki Amano. I remembered. Amano-san went to the same elementary, middle, and high school. We weren't close at all, but we were childhood acquaintances.
I spoke informally. Sorry, Mr. Pseudo.
She no longer had her ugly glasses. Her hair was different, and she had on makeup. She was like a different person. I don't like that. You can speak informally, Amino-san.
Thank you. But I'm new and your kohai and your subordinate.
This is wild. My former classmate coming to my workplace. For someone who failed at his dreams, my past successes were as annoying as they were bright.
I see. So normally I'd prioritize this task over what I'm doing now?
Amino-san took notes and nodded. Her questions were poignant, and she was quick to learn.
It's like I'm back in high school.
High school? You help me study after school sometimes. You've always been good at teaching. Sorry, I don't remember.
Sure you don't. You were being pulled left and right since then.
Now I'm a lame adult. I'm embarrassed. Amino-san widened her eyes and tilted her head.
What are you saying? You're still a star. At least to me.
Even if she was just being nice, I felt saved by her words.
Hey, Pseudo, we meet again. Who's that?
On the way home, I was walking with Amino-san and ran into Sakamoto.
Are you Sakamoto-san?
Wait, sorry, do I know you?
I know you. I go watch Pseudo-san's practice games a lot.
I see, a Pseudo groupie. You guys want to go out for drinks?
We quickly realized why Sakamoto had invited us to drinks.
Phew, my girlfriend asked me when we're gonna get married 1 month in. It's obvious she's after my money and title. Damn it!
I see. You wanted to complain about your girlfriend.
I guess it would suck if they were obviously after your assets. I guess even Sakamoto has his struggles. Marriage, huh? It's not like I hadn't ever thought about it. People my age were all getting married.
It's embarrassing. Let's break up.
Funny story, I've been avoiding romance ever since. I have no confidence.
Where's Hayato?
A shout echoed throughout the store and snapped me out of it. Sakamoto went pale upon seeing someone.
Yikes! Hana? Why are you here?
Your location. I secretly put it on my phone.
My location? That could be considered a crime, even if we're dating.
Secretly drinking with a girl without telling your fiancé is worse. Therefore, I am innocent.
What kind of logic is that? Also, we're not engaged yet.
What is that? Are you just messing around with me?
You're moving too fast. It's only been a month.
No way. Ever since Sakamoto's girlfriend appeared, I was in shock. Hana Yamada.
Huh? Are you Pseudo?
Sakamoto's girlfriend was my ex-girlfriend from high school, Hana Yamada.
Oh, you're really the Pseudo that went to Lovekoi University. What happened to becoming a pro soccer player? You're wearing a suit, not a uniform.
Ugh. I heard the words I didn't want to hear, from the person I didn't want to hear them from.
Wait, Hana-chan, why are you talking to Pseudo-kun like that? Wait, no way. You're Yuki Amano? We're all the dumb people having a reunion. I didn't go to college because my father passed away and my mother collapsed.
I didn't know. Amano-san was going through all that. No. It wasn't that I didn't know. I didn't care to. I was only thinking about myself then.
So, you're uneducated and poor, is that right?
Sakamoto's veins popped in anger.
Uneducated? You dropped out of Lovekoi Heisei University.
What's wrong with that? You can study sports, medicine, and business at Lovekoi Heisei.
That's not the point. I'm saying you should judge people by their educational background or money.
The argument was heating up. We didn't want to bother the other customers, so we split ways without resolving anything. Sorry for bringing you into this mess on your first day.
I'm sorry too. I inserted myself and made things worse. I couldn't help myself when I saw you getting made fun of.
Amano-san scratched her cheek shyly.
Amano-kun, can you make the materials for the meeting with the client?
Yes, sir.
Amano-san quickly became an asset to the company. Our boss was hands-off, but now he was making Amano-san do a ton of work. Amano-san, are you okay? Are you being overworked?
No, if I do well, you look good too. I'll work hard.
Amano-san was being asked to do an unreasonable amount of work, so one day she made a small mistake.
Amano-kun, the numbers on page 2 were wrong.
I'm sorry. It's my fault.
I knew you were no good. You didn't go to college. You gotta be able to do this much work without making mistakes. Says a lot about your trainer.
He put on a nasty smile and looked over at me.
Here he goes again.
He's just jealous of people who can do better than him and are stepping on them.
I was fully aware of Haga's methods, and I never once gone against him.
But, because of me, Suro-san.
But when I saw Amano-san's teary face, the words slipped out of my mouth. Mr. Haga, don't you think you're being a little too hard on her? He must have been quite taken aback by my retort. He widened his eyes and yelled.
What are you saying? Do you think you can talk to me like that?
Are you allowed to talk like that? That was full-blown educational discrimination.
What's that?
Educational discrimination. We talked about it in harassment training, remember? You didn't go to college. You just said that, didn't you?
Shut up! Who are you?
My argument was getting him worked up. He grabbed my collar.
What? He didn't even flinch.
I didn't train my body in university for nothing. What? Suddenly, the employees who had been watching us started booing.
Sir, that's too far.
Just because Suro-san is young and capable, don't get jealous.
You all! Who do you think I am?
Because of this incident, our boss's position in the workplace was wobbling. Amano-san, are you okay? Sorry I couldn't help out sooner.
Don't say that. You saved me and I'm happy. Suro-san hasn't changed since then.
Since then? Amano-san grabbed my sleeve and mumbled shyly.
Don't you remember? You saved me like this before.
All I remembered was a moment. I was in elementary school with Amano-san behind me. I was shouting, "You guys! I won't let you go if you keep bullying Amano-san!"
Thank you.
That was normal for me. It was nothing, a part of my daily life that I just forget. She kept that moment in her heart and told me I hadn't changed. I was happy.
Hey, Pseudo-kun, good work as always.
After that, Haga-san started being very considerate toward me. Probably because he's losing face.
Sorry about the other day. Let me take you out for a drink. Of course, it'll be on me.
Ugh, just the two of us. But it would look bad to refuse. I decided to accept his offer, but... Sir, is this...
What do you think, Pseudo-kun? This is my favorite girls' club.
He spoke proudly. I apologized to Amano-san internally. Wait, why are you apologizing?
The girls here are cute. Well, my favorite is not in today.
Oh, Mr. President, you were here.
Kaori-chan? Well, why? I thought you were off.
I had plans, so I switched shifts.
My mouth fell open and wouldn't close. Kaori, this woman was... none other than my ex-girlfriend and friend's girlfriend, Hana Yamada. Hana? What are you doing here?
Pseudo? Why are you here?
Wait, you guys know each other?
Wait, Hana, does Sakamoto know about this?
Well...
You guys are dating, right? You were going in on Sakamoto for all that, but look at you. My boss's face changed as soon as he heard the word dating.
Dating? No way! No, Pseudo, how do you and Kaori-chan know each other?
Kaori-chan? Is that like your Elias?
I don't really know him.
She's my high school ex. Ex. As soon as I said it, my boss's face turned red with anger.
Ex? Ex? You were going out with my Kaori-chan? Don't get cocky. The present is more important than the past. Currently, right now.
Wait!
Kaori-chan is asking me to marry her.
I couldn't believe my ears. Marry? What does this mean, Hana? You have Sakamoto.
That's...
Did you think you could ask them both at the same time and marry one or the other? Hana flinched and her shoulders drooped. Jeez, I didn't think you were this terrible.
I'm sure an uneducated guy like you wouldn't understand. I got into clubs, quit school, and became #1 in the club. I'm educated, and I've been making men who make millions take care of me. But once I turned 30, everyone changed their tune. I panicked.
Could you say this to Sakamoto? I'm gonna tell Sakamoto about all this.
Do what you want. I have Haga-san.
That's right. Even if there's someone else, I don't care as long as you choose me in the end.
Mr. President, I love you.
I tilted my head and asked, why is Hana calling my manager Mr. President?
Yikes!
Huh? Wait. Haga-san isn't the president of a big company?
No, he's not. He's a manager at the small company I work at.
But he used so much money here.
Haga-san's hobbies were well known. I heard that he has no savings left because of them. No savings. Hana turned pale when she heard it.
Mr. President, it's not true, right? That you're a manager, your business card.
Actually, it's true. I wanted to get your attention, so I lied a little. My business card was fake.
No. So the rumor that you have no savings left.
Yeah, it's true.
You stupid old man!
What? You just said that you love me.
That's if you have the money and the status, you idiot!
You're terrible! Haga-san yelled and stood up, but he was held back by a server.
Haga-sama, please don't be aggressive with the girls. Kaori-chan, you try to be calm.
Shut up! You just need to yell at the customers. Ugh! You seem refined, and you had the business card, so I believed you. But I should have done some research.
Hana turned around to face me and smiled.
Hey, Pseudo-kun. Sorry about earlier.
It was the voice of the girlfriend I had in high school.
I really feel bad about it. So I'd love it if you didn't tell Hayato-san about this.
I shook my head. Sorry, but no.
How could my flirting fail?
I don't think this is a time for flirting.
Huh? Oh, don't underestimate me. Or what? Because you like that Amano. Is she that important to you? Jeez, what do you like about that parentless broke girl?
Huh? What did you just say? This must be what it feels like to lose control.
Yeah, screw you for defending an uneducated woman like Amano.
Is he projecting? He must hate me because he started taunting me as the server held him back.
Yeah, eat this.
Hana picked up a glass and threw it at me. The glass was thrown at close range. I caught it easily with my right hand.
No way.
I realized something in these past few months. Amano-san works hard, and she cares about others. She doesn't look down on others like I used to. She's truly kind. And she brightened up my dark past. Say something bad about her again. I flexed and crushed a glass in my hand. You two, you won't get away with this.
Eek!
Please forgive me.
Hana and Haga-san hugged each other in fear. After that, I apologized to the club owner for the glass, but he forgave me because Hana had thrown it. In the end, Hana was dumped by Sakamoto. She quit her job at the club, and I don't know where she is. But according to someone I know who works at a marriage consultation office,
Wait! None of these men are good enough for me.
Hana was seen throwing a fit at the consultation office.
Why did you disappear, Kaori-chan?
After Hana dumped him, Haga-san turned into an empty shell. He fell into a depression, took time off, and never came back. He must have liked her that much. I felt a little bad, but it's what he gets for lying about himself.
You crushed a glass? For me? What are you doing?
Amano-san was changing the bandage on my right hand, and she frowned. Glasses are actually pretty easy to break.
That's not the issue here. You got hurt because of me. I don't want that.
Amano-san's eyes filled up with tears. I felt something inside me that I couldn't hold back. I love you.
What?
Please go out with me on the premise of marriage. Amano-san's face turned red, and she smiled happily.
Of course. Here's to the future, Sudoku.
The future. I hadn't thought about the future in a while. I couldn't help but feel excited.
It's getting there. Oh yeah, this reference that I think you might use. I found it in the library the other day.
Really? You're a lifesaver.
My name is Tomoki Hadano. This is my girlfriend of 2 years, Mako Sasaki. We often hung out in the lounge at the university like this.
And by the way, how's the job search going?
Oh, I got an offer the other day.
Oh wait, really? From where?
It's this place called Love Koi Inc. I get to do what I want to do there.
Love Koi? I've never heard of it. Did you not apply to other places?
I did. I got offers from famous places, but this is my top choice. It's a smaller company, so it's not as well known. But the employees are close-knit, and it's a comfortable workplace.
A smaller company? You like it more than the bigger companies? Are you serious?
Well, yeah, I am. I saw Mako's face change. I was confused. Mako, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I'm happy for you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
I'm leaving now. See ya.
Mako's attitude had changed completely. I was confused, but I saw her off. A few days had passed since then, and I haven't heard back from Mako. Maybe she was busy with job hunting. She hasn't been to class in a few days either. She didn't come yesterday too. I want to talk to her. I was lounging around at home thinking about that when I got a message from Mako. She said she wanted to meet at a cafe near the station, so I hurried over. When I got there...
I'm sorry. I can't date you anymore. I'm going out with him.
Huh? Mako was sitting with another man. They looked close. As soon as she saw me, that's what she told me. Next to her, looking proud, was Tetsuya Kaga. He was Mako and I's senpai in our study club.
What do you mean, huh? I heard you're gonna work for some small company.
I thought you had this bright future. I'm sad. I have to date someone at a better company.
A man is only worth as much as his salary, haha. Too bad.
What? That weird feeling I had when I told her about my offer. It wasn't all in my head. This is how I was suddenly dumped by my girlfriend of 2 years. So, that happened. That sucks. It's my treat today, so drink up. Yuzuru, thanks. This is Yuzuru Koda, my childhood friend and best friend. I needed to talk to someone, so I had called him out to this izakaya. Just because you're working for a smaller company, that isn't a bad thing. Nothing good will come out of dating someone that judges people for that. That's true, but I just feel frustrated. You're a great guy. I believe that you can be successful doing what you want to do. Yuzuru, thank you. I feel like I can move forward because you're the one saying that. My childhood friend who's always been by my side. He's always had my back like this anytime anything happened. Thanks to Yuzuru, I felt like I made the right choice. I felt lighter. Time passed. 8 years later, I was still working at Love Koi. I had always wanted to be a business consultant. I specialized in restaurants, and I was working hard as a leader in my specialization. People in the company trusted me. I was even asked to speak at the company orientation for new hires.
Hadano-kun, I just got a call from a client saying that they have a full house every night.
Really? Thank you for telling me. One day, I was called out by the department head.
I'm sorry for the sudden call. I want you to plan a company training trip for the new hires this year.
What? Are you sure you want me? You plan these every year, right?
Yeah, I do. I think it's time to look for the next. Also, I'm sure a lot of people want to hear from you. I'm sure you're quite busy, but I think it's a good opportunity for you to move up. What do you think?
Of course! I will try my best. I started furiously planning the company trip. It was important for me to make it better, and it would be a test of my management skills as well. It was hard because I had to do my regular work too, but it was worth it. My plan was approved.
This is pretty good. I'm glad I trusted you with it.
Thank you. Now I have to get everyone together.
True, but I know you can do it.
I received the approval from my supervisor and gathered the new hires to explain to them. They haven't been placed into departments yet, so they were all following the same training. There were around 10 new hires. I told them that my supervisor and I would be going with them. That's the gist of it. Any questions? Someone was staring at me. It was Haruna Kawabata, who was set to be placed in accounting. Any questions?
Hadano-san, you're amazing. I've fallen for you all over again.
Huh?
Please go out with me.
What? What? I thought she had a question, but for some reason, she had asked me out. Everyone else's eyes were round with shock. Wait, Kawabata-san, why all of a sudden? Wait, why in general?
I've always wanted to talk to you. I thought this would be a good opportunity to do so.
I don't think now was the best time.
It's important to act fast.
She was so casual about it. I didn't know what to do. I wanted to go somewhere else. We're at work. Also, I don't know anything about you.
Then get to know me.
No,
Yeah, let's have dinner together. Then you can learn more about me.
Let's talk about that later. Anyway, that's it. Dismissed. After that, I fled to my desk. Later on,
Hadano-san, how about dinner today?
Kawabata-san, were you waiting for me? During breaks and on my way home, Kawabata-san would come by and ask me out. The word spread throughout the office immediately. At this point, they were cheering us on. She's a new hire. I'm her senpai. She's 23. I'm almost 30. Don't fall for it, me. Time passed. It was the day of the trip. We were at a tourist area a little ways away from the city. It was famous for its hot springs. Okay, we have some free time now. During free time, I had them go somewhere a little ways away from the tourist spot. I had them each choose a shop to do a quick consultation. They weren't doing actual consultations, but I would have them do a presentation when we got back. Why are you next to me?
I'm in accounting, so I'm not doing any consulting. And this is free time. So I can go with you, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay, let's go. I found a shop I want to see earlier.
Somewhat by force, I went around the area with Kawabata-san. This is fun! Damn it! After a while, we ran into the other employees.
Oh, Kawabata-san, let's go. Oh, wait, never mind.
They held back as soon as they saw me. My eyes glazed over. Mingling with each other is one of the goals of this trip.
Okay, I'll see you later, Hadano-san.
I watched her leave with the other women in the office and started walking on my own. I was feeling a little lonely when I heard a voice behind me.
Wait, are you Tomoki?
Mako? Why are you here? I turned around to see my ex from college, Mako. Next to her was Tetsuya, the guy who took her from me.
We're on a trip. We go on vacations every month and live in luxury. And why are you here?
I'm here on a company trip.
Company trip? Are you still at that small company?
I nodded. Mako smiled mockingly. Every accessory she had on was much more expensive than back in the day.
You're still at that dinky place? I guess you still get to go on company trips at least.
Ha ha! A company trip for a bottom-feeding company. I'm sure it's quite the cheap, boring trip.
Stop it, Tetsuya. Oh yeah, we just got engaged. Our honeymoon is going to be even fancier.
Yeah, some low-income guy like you probably can't get engaged, let alone get a girlfriend, huh?
It was impressive how easily they could say all these rude things. I was surprisingly calm as I looked at them. I'm here for work.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll get back to our fun vacation.
Good luck with your work, poor guy.
The two of them left, laughing. Since I was here for work, it probably wasn't the best idea to cause a scene. Low income, poor, learn some other words. I walked around insulting them in my head and headed to the meeting spot. That night, I was alone outside the inn after the day's events. Because of the unfortunate run-in during the day, the bad memories had all come back and I was a mess. I thought I'd forgotten it all.
Forgotten what?
Kawabata-san, why are you here?
I was looking for you. What's wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing. I'm fine. I didn't think I should tell her about my ex-girlfriend, so I lied. But
It was love at first sight.
she said this suddenly. I looked at her. She smiled and started talking.
I saw you talking with the senior employees at the company orientation and thought, he's the one. I'd been watching you since I started working and fell for you even more when I saw how hard you worked.
I was shocked. I didn't think she had been thinking about me since before she joined the company.
It's only been 6 months, but I've been paying attention to you. That's why I knew something was different. I won't force you to talk about anything, but it's not good to hold it in either.
Oh, this girl sees me for who I am. I had been rejected for my job and salary, so this meant a lot to me. I opened up to Kawabata-san about what happened today.
You're so kind and thoughtful and reliable. You planned this company trip for us.
Of course I did. I wanted you all to learn a lot and have fun too. Thank you, Kawabata-san. I feel better now thanks to you.
No problem. So, how about it? Do you want to date me now?
You're still saying that.
Of course, I'm serious.
I teased her, but I felt myself being drawn to her. The company trip continued as planned. The night before the last day, we held a party at a restaurant near our stay. Actually, I had consulted for this restaurant a long time ago, so they were happy to take our reservation.
Hadano-kun, you're great. You planned a great trip. It was beyond expectations. The new hires are much closer now. It was a nice break for them too.
Thank you. I felt like my plan had helped the employees and the company. I was happy. After the party, we went back to our last day of the trip. It wasn't the inn we had been staying at. It was the most expensive hotel in this area. The company president suggested we stay here to see the different clientele, and our company was doing well.
Hadano-san, I've never been to an expensive hotel like this before. What a great experience.
I'm glad. We're not a big company, so it's important to cooperate with the other departments. The new hires thanked me, and everyone started going back to their rooms.
What? Tomoki? Why are you here?
Mako found me and looked surprised. I guess they were staying here too. This is our stay for the night.
An expensive hotel like this for a company trip? Can you all afford it?
You'll always be a shabby company because you waste money on stuff like this. I think you're trying too hard.
I see. It's you guys that are hurting Hadano-san.
Kawabata-san came in between us. She glared at them fearlessly.
Who are you? Are you his kohai?
It's none of your business. I think it's presumptuous of you to judge only based on the size of a company.
I'm sorry. Did I offend you? But really, you probably don't make much money.
Yeah, I'm a high-class employee making 6 million yen a year. I'm sure you can't make something like that.
How sad. You only have guys like this around you, so it makes sense. There are plenty of better men out there. Shall I teach you about them?
I'm good. I have an eye for seeing people for who they are, unlike you.
What? Who do you think you are? How rude.
Stop it! If you're gonna fight, fight with me. Don't hurt her. I don't care anymore if you make fun of me, so you can say whatever you want. They had said terrible things to Kawabata-san, and I had reached my limits. I glared at them.
You looked so hurt. It's too late to act tough now. You still like me, don't you?
That's way off. I don't feel that way at all. It's true that I saw you and felt upset, but that's not because I still have feelings for you. I wasn't planning on saying it, but it wouldn't hurt to get back at them just a little. I don't want to tell you this, but I make 10 million a year.
Huh? 10 million?
Kaga-san, didn't you say that a man's worth is determined by his salary? You make less than me.
No way. You make that much?
No, there's no way a low-level employee like you. You're bluffing.
It's noisy. Did something happen?
The department head came out. He was giving Kaga a stern look.
It's not good to judge people based on income and titles. You'll have the rug pulled out from under you. He is an excellent consultant at our company. He is being paid accordingly. He's not lying. As his supervisor, I can guarantee that.
Consultant?
The quiet but piercing aura of my supervisor finally forced them to believe me.
You're as annoying as always. Mako, say something.
Kaga desperately reached out to Mako, but...
Hey, Tomoki. I actually want to be with you. I'll apologize for the past, so let's get back together.
Huh? Mako? What are you saying?
I'm sorry about before. I'll change, so let's...
Mako looked at me differently after learning my income. Suddenly, my arms were pulled to the side.
No. I won't let someone like you have Hadano-san. No, Tomoki-san.
Kawabata-san?
I won't let you try to get close to him now.
What's your problem? I'm his ex. Are you his girlfriend?
No, not yet, but I like him. So I won't let you have him.
You've got to be kidding me.
No, you've got to be kidding me.
Tetsuya?
You're gonna go to him because he makes more money than me? How dare you! I was happy to steal a woman from lame little Hadano, but I don't want a woman like you.
Huh? What does that mean?
Our engagement is off. Pack up your stuff when we get back and pay back the money I lent you.
They started fighting. They weren't even looking at us anymore. I'm sorry for the scene.
It's okay. I haven't seen a scene like this in years.
Sir, what have you been through? Anyway, let's go. I was curious about the life my supervisor had lived as we headed back to the hotel. After the company trip was over, Kawabata-san and I were walking together. After all of that, I told Kawabata-san I wanted to thank her for the company trip. She asked me to go on a weekend date. My college is around here. There's a good restaurant. We were having a good time.
Oh, Tomoki?
Suddenly, Mako appeared in front of us. She looked pale and thin.
I finally found you. What a coincidence. Tomoki, I want to be with you again. I still love you.
That again? I'm sorry, but I don't want to rekindle things. And you don't like me. You must have another reason.
Please help. The money I borrowed from Tetsuya, I can't pay him back.
I knew it. I sighed. I'm sorry. I have no money to give you. I don't owe you any help either.
Please. You're the only one I can turn to.
Even if I lent you the money, you're just gonna spend it all again, right?
What? No.
Yuzuru told me. This was right after the company trip. Seriously? She can't be saved. Yeah, I didn't think she'd switch up like that right after hearing my salary. About that, I heard this from my friend. She has a spending problem, and she's borrowed money from a lot of people. No one wants to lend her any more money. Whoa, really? That's why. So I won't lend you any money, and I won't get back together with you. Number one, there's someone that means a lot to me. Goodbye.
What?
I left with Kawabata-san. A little bit about what happened to Mako after that. Afterward, she couldn't pay back the money she borrowed from Kaga and got in some trouble. Day after day, she worked through the night to pay him back, but her spending habits never got better. She got her hands on some dirty money, and she had nowhere to go now.
Money! I need money! Someone give me money!
Her obsession with money only grew. No one knows what'll become of her in the future. As for Tetsuya Kaga, the one who kept making fun of me, the humiliation of losing to me was too much for him. He became obsessed with making more money than me. As a result, he was involved in a scandal at work and he was fired.
Ha ha, I'm the bottom feeder.
Originally, as students, he just didn't like me. If he hadn't gotten greedy, this wouldn't have happened. He lost everything. Now, he lives off of the money that Mako pays back to him. As for us, the night of the weekend date, I've also fallen for you, Kawabata-san. No, Haruna-san, will you go out with me? I confessed my feelings to her after realizing them. Kawabata-san smiled.
I love how hardworking you are, Hadano-san. No, Tomoki-san. I'm excited for our life together.
A year later, I was proposing to her. Where? At work, of course. Haruna Kawabata, will you marry me? She had suddenly confessed her feelings to me in front of everyone. I thought about the age difference and whether I wanted to date someone from work, but with her, none of that mattered. I was head over heels for her. Everyone at work was rooting for us too. A job I love and a girlfriend I love. I'm so happy I came to this company.